The first two instances of worship mentioned in the Bible. First of all, Job. Job chapter 1. I believe Job lived before Abraham. Job chapter 1, we read that when God took away everything from Job, everything, his property, his family, his wife was left. And the devil would have taken away his wife also, but he felt that she's more useful there. I can use her to irritate Job all the time. That's the only reason the devil didn't kill his wife. But God took away everything, his 10 children, all his business, everything lost in one moment. And we read Job chapter 1, verse 20, the first mention of worship in a human being in the Bible. He fell down and worshipped. What sort of praise and worship meeting was that? It's not like the type goes on in many churches where a man's lost everything on earth and says, I worship you, saying, when I came from my mother's womb, I had nothing. When I go, I'll have nothing. Blessed be the name of the Lord. That, my brothers and sisters, is worship where nothing on earth means anything to you anymore. Not your children, not your property, not your bank account, not your stocks and shares. Nothing means anything to you. You can say, Lord, you can take it all away. And be careful before you say it, because he may do it. So don't say it lightly, but mean it. I used to use my imagination to think of my having lost everything, and I see, 5 coffins with my wife and 4 children dead. And I say, Lord, I'll be a worshiper. I'll follow Job. You can use your imagination really seriously to find out if it's true. Second example of worship is Genesis 22. The first mention of worship in the Bible, in Genesis 22 and verse, when Abraham took Isaac to Mount Moriah, and he told his servants, you stay here. I'm going to the top of the mountain. And there, verse 5, Genesis 22, 5, I will worship and return to you. What was he going to do on the top of that mountain? He was going to take the most precious thing in his life, more than 10,000 sheep or anything, and he was going to kill him and say, God, here I'm proving to you that you mean more to me than my son. And he said that he called worship. And there was nobody to watch it. It was a unique worship meeting with nobody there, just Abraham and God. And he was proving to God, God, here I am. It's not empty words. I'm proving to you that you mean more to me than the most precious thing on earth. That's what Job did. And dear brothers and sisters, nothing less than this is true worship. When you can say to God, you mean more to me than anything and anyone on this earth. You can take it all away. When you've lost everything on earth and you've got nothing left but God, you'll find that God is more than enough. That's what a true worshiper discovers. So don't be fooled in thinking that empty words is worship. You can worship with song, with words, or the best part of worship is in silence. Silence, where you examine your heart and see whether you've offered everything, your entire body, all your property, and your relatives and family members, and say, Lord, you can take it all away. I want you. Psalm 73:25 is a great verse, which I've always felt is the mark of a true worshiper, where the psalmist says, whom have I in heaven but thee? There's nothing and no one on earth I desire beside thee. If I can say that every day of my life, Lord, I don't desire anything or anyone on this earth but you. And when I get to heaven, I'm not looking for mansions or crowns or freedom from sickness or rubbish. I'm looking for you. I want you. If I have you, I don't want anything else. That is the true worshiper. Dear brothers and sisters, this is the wonderful new covenant life that Jesus experienced and he wants us to have too. And I want to say that most Christians don't live it because they are not willing to pay the price. They would rather just sing a few songs on Sunday morning and call that worship. So don't fool yourself.